Jonathan Young. I wanted to go over some SAQ stuff, speed, agility, and quickness, and probably throw in a little bit of power and plyometric today. I got my portable suspension trainer right here, all daisy chained up, and it's marked at, I have red markings here at the halfway point of the suspension trainer, but also at 15 feet, which is 5 yards, which is the perfect distance that you want to mark out for your cone drills when you're doing speed, agility, and quickness training. So what I'll do is I'll just take some markers and take my handle right here and plot out my area. This first one's called the 4-corner drill. It's going to start out with some sprints. Okay, sprint forward. Then I have a side-to-side shuffle where I'm pumping my arms. Faster you move your arms, the faster you move your feet. Hips tucked under, on the balls of your feet. Okay, I want to make sure that my head goes in every direction that I want my body to go. So if I'm turning or twisting on the transverse plane of motion, I want to make sure that my head follows suit. Got some back pedal. I'm going to be using my rear view mirror on the back pedal. And then hands out on the karaoke to make sure that I'm twisting those hips. With drills like the 4-corner, you want to make sure that you do both sides. So you want to do them in pairs, so sets of 2, sets of 4, sets of 8. One's going to be called the 3-cone wheel. I'm only going to use 3 of the cones, but I'm going to keep the 4th one there because, again, this one here you have to have balance. So you're doing sets of 2, sets of 4, because if you do the right side, you do the left side. So you start on the outside part of the cone and figure 8 to the inside part of the cone. So you're running on the inside. I'm looking everywhere. I'm turning my head, my feet fast, going through the cones. So again, starting on the outside of the cone. Looking in every direction that I'm wanting my body to go. Outside of the cone, figure 8 to the inside. Drill is called the fan drill. So instead of like the 3-cone wheel where I'm doing figure 8 loops, I'm actually just running circles on 3 different cones. So I'm going to start here. This one's home base. I'm going to turn the corner, and round the corners. So I'm here. Optional fun on this one, when turning the corners, place your hand on the ground and turn the cone. So I'm here. Whole body movements that involve the upper body for some speed work. Namely, some of my favorites are crab walk and bear crawl. I put gloves on so I don't scuff up my hands on the tarmac here, which isn't a bad idea for your clients. Also, a heads up on the wrists of the clients. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to how their wrists are feeling. Some of them, some of those are going to feel a little bit more heavy duty on the wrist there, so you have to be careful with these. Start out with some crab walk. I can go a multi-planar on this. Bear crawl. Good speed, agility, and quickness program is going to be using all angles of movement, all your planes. You got your sagittal, you got your frontal, you got your transverse plane of motion. So what I'll do is I'm just putting out the portable suspension trainer for line drills. This would ideally be used with a speed ladder. Don't have one with me today. So side to side. Okay, can also be done plyometrically with a mount. Karaoke, hands out is easiest. Moving those hips. I like to think, kick my heel out. Okay, karaoke, got your sprints and back pedal. Looking behind you, don't let your body overrun your feet on back pedal. On back pedal, you want to make sure that you're prepared to fall with your clients, potentially with a mat for the back pedal. Correct technique on this. We're doing a lot of hip flexion right here. It tends to pull that lumbar vertebrae forward with your iliopsoas muscles. So you got to keep those hips tucked under. If you're doing exercises with a lot of this, you want to be doing a lot of this and a lot of this, okay, to balance out hamstrings, glutes, lower abdominals, to balance out that strong tendency towards hip flexion with an anterior pelvic tilt on your hips. So with your speed ladder, you want to be doing fast feet. Moving those hands. Faster you move the hands, faster you move the feet. Transverse plane of motion. Going backwards. And you can put some bounding in. A lot of this stuff, creativity is a great thing. One of my favorites, figure 8 drill. One of my favorites for training lateral and medial ankle strength here. And if you think about it, when in the gym do you train ankles? But you have to have that solid support base to actually be able to move and change directions quickly. Start in the middle and you're turning corners as quick as you can. Wider corners, again, figure 8s around 2 cones. Again, both sides for equal balance. Some Jonathan favorites here. Taking advantage of being in a shop here with a short dolly. You can use a skateboard. If you're in a gymnasium setting, you can use some of those yoga towels, cotton or wool, any sort of thing that's going to slide on a surface. Again, we're doing speed work with upper body. So you're in a plank position, pulling yourself forward. plyometric work can be done with a speed rope. Okay. I'm particularly a fan of the double unders. With the double under, the rope's passing underneath your feet twice for each jump. You want to try and keep the action stable with your wrists, moving your wrists so you get a rhythm going. We're doing some resisted speed work. We've got a thick resistance band here. Kind of have, my personal opinion is a love and hate relationship with the resistance band. I mean, they're really great. You just have to be careful because there's a shelf life on them, and some of them are, they're pretty pricey. But I love the resistance band for doing resisted speed work. So basically, I have the band here at my hip. I'm going to be keeping my hips tucked under, lower abs nice and tight, using my arms, okay? I always want the resistance to be coming from your hips. And Brandy here, she's going to tell me to giddy up and I'm going to take off. Ready?